What's up, YouTube fans? Today, I want to take a look at the Newage Gorgo, or their version of a legend scale slag. This one was sent to me by Sam Scott Roberts. Thanks for letting me take a look at your copy. And I've been loving these dynos. I've been getting the EX versions, but the tune versions are pretty cool too. Let's take a quick look around this guy, and I'll put the cartoon image up there so you can see. It's got yellow paint here on the head, blue metallic for the eyes, a lighter gray, and then a white for the horns. Darker gray here for the rest of the body, pretty much 100% painted. A gunmetal gray or silver for the shoulders, and then this piece here with a little bit of red paint. That same light gray paint back there. Yellow paint here on the top. Yellow paint for the tail. Very clean overall. There's not any, gaps anywhere on this guy. It really looks good. For his articulation, we have movement here on this mane, or whatever you call it. We can come to here and open the mouth. And at first, I thought there isn't much movement on the head, just up and down, but you can pull it down on this joint. Just shimmy it down on this. And then you can get side-to-side movement, up and down movement. I mean, that's really good. I really like that. Mouth opens all the way up to there. There is a peg in here. So if we do get, you have a blast effect that fits that, you could probably plug it in. Here's a standard Hasbro blast effect, and that does fit. So he can breathe fire if you have, blast effect from Hasbro. Let's continue on with the articulation. The rear arms, they do have a butterfly joint here, which you can use. Goes up to there on a hinge, rotates around on a hinge, rotation at the bicep. Double jointed foot. The foot is at an angle. I noticed you can reconfigure it like this if you want. I don't know if that's intentional, but you could have the foot back like that instead of forward like this. So whatever you prefer. Let's just put that back. But it does end up having the leg at an angle like this. Rear leg goes forward and backwards out to the side. You have a rotation here at the knee, and then a toe tilt on this. For the tail, we have a waggle at 3 points, so you can go all the way to there and back to there. And like I mentioned, the head has some pretty nice movement as well. As far as the accessories, we do get this really cool effect piece. We haven't gotten a lot of stuff like this in this Newage Dino line, but this will plug in to the horns. So this single one, plug in right here. You do have to kind of bend it. It is a bendy plastic. I would still be careful with it, but you can bend it to get into place, because otherwise you'll have trouble getting it onto the horns. And there you go. There he is with the effect from that one episode. It looks really good. I like the way they did this. Kind of neat for a display option. You also get his gun. I don't see a storage spot for it anywhere, so I'm going to guess you can't store it here in Dino mode. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Newage Optimus Prime. Pretty big. Dino mode here fits in nicely with Legends. And for another comparison, there it is next to the other Newage Dinos. These are the EX toy versions, but they do look nice together. Now, one thing I noticed, and this happened during unboxing, but it does seem like the proportions, the overall size of this guy in Dino mode is kind of off. Like you can see the head, look at like Grimlock's head versus this guy's head. It just seems really big. And then the body also seems kind of big compared to these other guys. And I'm looking at my, Fans Toys Dinobots, and I don't see that this guy is that much bigger. Now, I had to look back at that cartoon, but I'm pretty sure the scale's a little bit off there. All right, now let's get Gorgo transformed into robot mode. So we'll come to the bottom here, and we can take care of these legs first. So fold the toe in, open up this back panel, or rotate this in. Make sure it's clearing this here, and then close that back up, and you can just leave that there for now. Same on this side, close up the toe, open up the panel, rotate this in, close that up. For the front, we can do the same thing, fold this back. We can open up this, I'm going to flip out this hand. It comes without the hand installed, so just be aware you got to install the fists. It's a little tough to get out there, but you can do it. Looks like that. Same with this one. Fold that back. Open this up. Flip this out. And like I said, it's a little bit tight. And fold this down. Now I think you can put these toes out if you want for robot mode, or you can have them flat, but there's that. Then we'll come to the bottom here. We're going to open up, we slid the head forward already, so we're going to open up this, and it gives a little bit of clearance if you open up the head, which will allow you to take these two panels, and these are going to unpeg from right here. So unpeg those. Make sure it clears the legs so you don't scratch the paint. Okay, so have those up. We can tilt this down on the hinge. Come to the back here. We're going to straighten up or open up this mouth. Rotate this around. Flatten that back out. And then we're going to pull the mane and horns up so you can fold them flat like this. And that's now ready for transformation. Come to the back here, fold these wings in, and then we'll take care of this upper body. So flip this open. You're going to fold these panels in. Flip this all the way around, and underneath you're going to be pushing this panel, which was folded up, out. And you can see it folds up flat on the back. Really nice transformation. All right, you can straighten these up. And now we'll take care of the legs. I guess just leave the backpack up and out of the way. So come to the back here. We're going to rotate these so that they're straight. We're going to unpeg all of this. You could use a spudger if you need one. And separate the legs. Open up this panel, which is tabbed in right here. We're going to unpeg this tail. We're going to open up this panel right here on the bottom and swing it out. And that swinging out will give you the space to go all the way around. The first time around, I wasn't sure how that was done, so it just took me a minute to figure that out. Fold this tail in so it sits nice and flat inside his foot. This is going to come around and sit in there. This is going to come back up and tab it in right here. So it fits into the bottom. Bring this panel down and tab that into the inside. For the foot, we're going to rotate this inwards, rotate that down. Come to this side, slide this up, out, and then slide it down on a little slider. It's a teeny tiny movement, but that's all you need. And then that will end up underneath the foot, like that. And then we can straighten this back out to make his toe. So that's one leg. Go ahead and do the other side. All right, then on the backpack, we're going to slide the head down, fold these in, and then this will accordion up and sit flat on his back. These little pieces will work its way into his shoulders. All right, and there's Gorgo in robot mode, and it looks really good. It's got a lot of paint on it. Let's talk about it. The head is painted red with metallic blue eyes and a little bit of gray paint here. Light gray paint here on the chest. You've got dark gray for the arms, the legs, green paint on the thighs. I think this white is unpainted. It's hard to tell. I think it's unpainted white. And then yellow for the feet. Here's the back. It cleans up really nicely and it looks really good with that backpack and the wings kind of extended out. I love how everything folds flat on there. But yeah, overall a really nice looking version of Slag. We'll put the image up there so you can take a look. Really nice sculpt overall as well. Let's go over the articulation. Head's on a ball joint. You can move this out of the way, so you can move this back and forth. That way you can get the head all the way up on that ball joint. There's a cutout on the back of the head, which is a nice idea. They've been doing that. Side to side and rotates all the way around. The shoulders can rotate all the way around. Butterfly joints, which we don't get often on Slag, so that's really cool. You have a rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbow, gets you the full bend. Rotation at the wrist. Rotation at the waist. Ab crunch, gets you all the way down to there. Legs will kick with the hip skirts moving with it. I like that design. Kicks up to there, back to there, out to the side on friction. Rotation at the thigh on, I don't know what this joint is, peg joint. You have a double, is it double? I think it's single actually. Single jointed knee gets you the 90 degrees. Ankle tilts, goes out to there. It doesn't actually tilt the heel, but it works pretty well. Initially, I actually thought it did tilt the heel because it looks like there's a tab here that this would tab into, but it doesn't. But it's okay, it still works just fine. As far as accessories, we get alternate hands here. Expressive hand with a hinge here for articulation. You can unplug these and plug these in. And this is good for posing or Superman pose, stuff like that. Looks good. Just keep in mind you can only transform it with the fist in there. And then we also get his blaster, done in the same white plastic as the thighs here. That will plug into the fisted hand. And then you can use this hand for posing purposes to hold the gun. And that looks pretty good. That's a nice touch by them to have that. I think all of the figures will come with that, but there you go. You can't really use this in this mode. I guess you could get it attached to the, spikes or whatever. It wouldn't really make sense, but you could have it off of his back like this if you want to. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Newage Optimus Prime. And he does tower over him, looks good, fits in nicely. And for another comparison, there it is next to the Newage version of Grimlock. And they fit together nicely. Grimlock's like a hair taller. I don't have the Toon version, so we're looking at the EX toy version. But they do look good together in robot modes. So final recommendations on the Newage Gorgo. This is a really good figure. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. I really like the robot mode. The Dino mode looks really good. I do think it's on a little bit on the big side, but that's kind of a nitpick. Got some really nice accessories. First time I got something like this, and I think this is really neat. It just works. It does everything it needs to do. Now, I'm excited to get the EX version of this guy with some of that new toy deco, so that'll be exciting. But that's it for today. Thanks to Sam Scott Roberts for sending this review. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.